And that's why on First Take today, they're like, oh, are Tua and Tyreek the best QB wide receiver duo in the NFL? Always a topic. Everybody's always interested because everybody's got to take on Tua. It's just a thing. Everybody's got to take on Tua.
I was on with Zach last night.
Gelby?
Yeah.
How's he doing?
He's good.
What did he want to talk about?
The Dolphins.
And what was your...
if he ever needs me, I'm an NFL insider, so you can just let him know.
Just let him know.
I said I thought they'd win the division because last year the Jets didn't beat anybody. And so if they get better, they ain't going to get better to the point where they're going to win a division. I said, and I've been telling you this all year. I don't know if Josh Allen can change the type of quarterback he is. He can run it and not try to run over people, but he has to be who he is. And all of a sudden, these quarterbacks, you know who the last person that tried to do that? Robert Griffin.
Yep, I remember that.
He was like, they're running me and I keep getting hurt. I'm going to sit in the pocket. And his career lasted 3 seconds after that.
Right.
You got to be who you are. And you can do it a little more efficient. Stop trying to run over linebackers and safeties and stuff. But you always have to be that threat because that creates the spacing that you need because you're not that accurate.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm with you. I don't know how much he can change who he is, and I don't even know. I don't even know if he should change.
Keep in mind, let's be clear. Name a quarterback that came into the league that had accuracy issues, and all of a sudden became an accurate throwing quarterback.
I don't know.
It's just thing you don't like. It's something.
It's a hard skill to pick up,
right? And the thing that's great about Tua is everybody's always talked about his accuracy. They questions his arm strength, and that now you can't even really talk about that.
No.
So, I do think
That being said, look, I'm not going to sit here and say Josh Allen is a bum.
No, I'm not saying.
Like, he's a dangerous weapon. I just wouldn't I don't know why there is this great desire for him, other than if he's just tired of being in pain. Like, that's the thing. But
it's his own doing.
No, I understand. But like,
right.
if you're wanting to change your style, like obviously he's probably sitting in the off season. He goes, man, I really don't like the feeling I have after the season. So because I don't think because typically when this happens, it feels like, oh, that's a thing from the organization. They want you to change. No, he's the one who's putting it out there that he wants to change the way that he plays, and that is like a bit of a weird one.
I would say until proven otherwise, if Josh Allen tries to change the style of quarterback he is, it's not going to be beneficial to the Buffalo Bills. And so that's why I say, look, it sucks losing Jalen Ramsey, but you have some young, decent cornerbacks that are growing. That could fill that role. And you got Eli Apple, who,
got experience.
Yeah. He has experience. But more importantly, you have Vic Fangio, who's going to take all this in and put everybody in the right position and run the right style.
I was very encouraged by hearing that from Tua yesterday, where he's just like, he's noticing right off the bat, just like the communication between the defense, that that things are harder to recognize. I feel like last year we saw some things with this defense because I think it's pretty crazy. We look over the names of that defense and we're like, man, why weren't they better last year? And I get it. They were very banged up in the secondary, sure, but the pass rush guys were there, especially in the middle of the year when they got Chubb. You had a pretty dominant duo up front with Sealer and Wilkins.
Never got to the quarterback as much as we would have expected, though. With you got Jalen Phillips on one side, Chubb on one side. You got two beasts up the middle. You just think they would have forced either more turnovers or more picks. So I'm interested to see, because that's what's going to pop defensively. If this D line plays and improves, not necessarily improve, but get after the quarterback more than they did last year and put more pressure and get more sacks, then I see the secondary having more picks And so that's what I'm looking at. The turnover should pick up a little bit.
Yeah, that's what and I think that's why, whether you think that's right or wrong, that's why I feel like Vic Fangio, like, he better get this stuff right immediately because it feels like he's got all the ingredients. Like, there's no honeymoon phase for Fangs. Sorry. He's too the old don't like honeymoons anyway.
You know what? I love the way that you just all of a sudden are the judge and jury on all this stuff.
I am. And I'm just telling you right now, the old don't like honeymoons.
All right, Judge
it's time,
Dredd.
It's time to get going. Dame time, it's Fang time. Let's go. In fact, but the old like pocket watches, so he'd probably like and take it out of his little,
Nobody. That'll probably be it. So hey, Fangs, do you have a pocket watch or an Apple phone?
Jesus Christ.
You can't picture Fangs with the pocket watch?
No, because you also need a suit. Like, you can't pull a pocket watch out of your pocket. It's always in that side pocket of the jacket.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So what does he wear, the suit to practice?
I think he wears a zoot suit.
The hell is a zoot suit?
It's got like the hat.
The baggy.
Yeah.
Oh, so he's
Yeah. I think Fangs cuts it up at the disco during the weekend.
They don't go to discos, dude.
The old don't like discos?
No, the zoots. You don't wear the zoot suit to.
Where do you wear it to?
They go to what's that?
A speakeasy?
What's the dancing called?
Oh yeah,
Swing
swing
dancing.
Oh, swing. Oh, the old love swing dance.
I see a suit like this and I think of The Mask immediately.
Yes.
This is
yes.
definitely The Mask.
Yes, that was like one of his OG movies, right?
Yeah, that was a good year for him.
Yeah. I was reading something he made when he did The Grinch.
Mm-hmm.
So it got to like certain actors get to choose whether they want a flat fee or cut of the revenues. He made $70 million from doing that.
Yeah, I believe it.
It's
pretty impressive.
Crazy.
Lots.
Honeymoons.
It sounds as Tobin has Fangs showing up looking like Dick Tracy.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly what I have. That's what I picture.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm just saying you got all the ingredients for you. You did lose a big ingredient with Jalen Ramsey. But if you're a chef,
but
spice
here's the thing. Like, you have so much young talent at cornerback. Like, I think they'll be okay.
I think they'll be okay too. I think they can weather the storm, but it's still Jalen Ramsey. Like, you're losing a big. It is a big.
Of course. Like, some
it.
of the things you probably planned on doing with him, because he also plays around the ball really well.
Mm-hmm.
So, you're gonna have to do things a little bit differently, but at the same time, like, that shouldn't slow the train down at all. It shouldn't. Like, you shouldn't ever come in after a game and say, well, if we had Jalen Ramsey, that outcome would have been different. No.
Stun Steve is sending us how I think Fangs dresses. He probably did get down here. He goes, it's a little bit too hot. But like, if you're a pocket watch, could you have a pocket watch like in your front pocket?
Here's the sign.
Front, like
right if he had a Hawaiian shirt, is it acceptable to have a pocket watch in there?
No,
a pocket watch only for.
If you're wearing a Hawaiian shirt, you don't care about the time.
Right. No. So I'm trying to think. You think Fang shows up to practice and he's smoking, he's chewing on the cigar. He ain't smoking it, right? Got a newspaper under his arm, even though nobody buys newspapers.
I picture
anymore.
Fangs loving the track.
The track.
I feel like when he's done defense, I feel like he's headed right to Gulfstream.
Love the track.
I feel like he's either at the track or he's at the slots. He's at one of the two. I don't know why I have Fangs having a nasty gambling issue.
Hey, check this out, Marcos. You walk through the casino, and you know what they should have in front of all the slot machines?
What?
55 and over.
Oh yeah, that is definitely. There's actually senior citizen buses that go to the casino.
Are you allowed to bet on the ponies in the NFL, or is that against the rules too?
Oh, that's a good point.
No, you can bet the ponies.
You can bet the ponies.
Yeah, you just go to the track.
All right.
Yeah, Fangs go to the track,
especially
and
when
the
they actually.
Watch.
When we went to Baltimore, they wanted us to go to Pimlico.
Brought more people or something like that. Like it'd be like, oh, the players are here.
Yeah, they do that at all the places.
Fangs loves putting people up in the box, and then he loves an exacta box.
Wow. That's a point.
Point for Tobin.
Can you picture Vic Fangio?
No. Let's just take a minute and like let's take a minute because what are you doing?
You think Vic Fangio takes the racing form, and you think that like he uses it like a jockey whip on himself?
Come on!
Hey,
Dude, at the track, there's a whole bunch of people slapping papers.
Oh man, sure sign that you're about to lose your money is the guy using the paper as his own jockey whip. I saw when my father would bring me to an OTB as a child, I'd be like,
Well, my uncle took me to the track. He give me yesterday's racing form. He go, put that under your arm. I don't want you looking like I don't want you looking like you don't belong. I'm like, I'm 12. Right? So we go in. If he was winning, he let me place one wager, right? And he goes, so one time he goes, so we down watching the horses, right? Walk towards the gate. Who you like? Like, whoa. I say, give me the 5. He goes, whoa. He said, why? Why you like the way he looks? I said, no, he just took a giant poop. He's free.
he's clean.
He's clean.
Clean. Take a quick break. Hour 2. Coming up next.